consider themselves inventors, but unless the product is eventually sold, it hasn't gone through that test of actually reaching the public. It's of no use if it doesn't. An inventor's not there to produce an idea that pleases him. An inventor only makes any sense at all if he produces an idea which improves the wealth or happiness of men.
Sinclair understands what the man in the street wants. Simplicity, affordability, elegance, elegance above all. High-resolution graphics, up to a massive 48K of RAM, sound and full 8-colour capability. All available from £125. I give you the Sinclair ZX Spectrum.
Within a year, Clive launched his Spectrum, which got government approval for use in schools. It was a huge success. In 9 months, 200,000 had been sold.
Games. Everywhere I go, games. This is what my lifetime of achievement has been reduced to. Clive Sinclair, the man who brought you Jet Set fucking Willy. Jet Set Willy. Jet Set
Willy.
Yeah.
But this is Collieuk, and you're looking at a box here. It's the Spectrum. Personal computer. Brings you back, doesn't it, really? It's 2024. We've got a brand new Spectrum to play around with. So this is by retrogames, who done the C64 Mini. I think they're originally under different guys, did the original Vega. Let's not mention Vega Plus, but it wasn't entirely their fault what happened there. And we also had I think they did the Atari and a few other computers. They've done quite well, the Amiga 500 as well, Mini. So they've decided to go back to one of their first loves, the Spectrum. Well, we all love this computer. So it's based on the rubber key version, which is the most iconic version of the Spectrum. And basically, yeah, they've just created it's really an emulator. Looks like a bit like a Spectrum. It's lost the Sinclair, obviously, branding. But not otherwise. Otherwise, it looks quite good. Apparently, it's got a Crash magazine. Everyone had one in theirs. Wonderful box. Look at this. 48 games included, like that. Spectrum had 48K of memory. 16 originally, but 48K is what we most know. It's got some really, really decent games. Manic Miner, one of the awesomest games on the system. The Hobbit, classic. Very slow at the graphics, but it was really good. Saboteur, I think it's Clive Townsend's. It's a bit blurry there. Saboteur, very good games. I've never really got into it, but very, very good. I did actually buy a modern version recently on Good Old Games. The Great Escape, absolutely brilliant version of. So my phone's really bad at. It's not very good at focusing, is it? But yeah, The Great Escape, based on the movie, absolutely brilliant game. Very, very good.
The Great Escape.
This is a new camp. It has been built to hold you and your men. There will be no escapes from this camp.
These were the reckless, defiant men. These men plotted. These men dared. These men lived. The Great Escape.
Head Over Heels. Many people say it's the greatest 3D isometric game on the computer. Yeah. Match Day 2. John Rittman's one of the... Well, many people again say it's the best football game on the system. I kind of think Emily Hughes nudges it, although mainly for speed, but it is good. Target Renegade. Again, another one. Look, many people say the best beat 'em up on the system. Alien Girl. Never heard of it, I've got to admit. No idea. Never heard of that. Other games as well. Look, you got Ant Attack. People say that's the first survival horror game. It's not. It's no more survival horror than Pac-Man, but it's army moves. Now this is a bit odd. So you go for these great games. You got army moves, which is hard bastard game. Alf Wizard and Monty, very good platformer in the Monty series. Avalon. Bobby Bearing, Cosmic Payback. Don't know that one. Going to some weird ones here. DevWoo 2 ZX. Excellent game. Can't pronounce the guy who made that. Fairlight, again, a brilliant 3D game. I'd never really got into it. Its distribution been denied for years. I've done well to get that. Firelord, awesome, love that game. Can't do anything, I don't know what I'm doing in it. Football Manager 2, one of the early football managing classics. The guy who did that, Kevin Toms, pretty much created the whole football manager genre. And obviously, you know that name there, they've Sega used that title now, of course. Freddy Hardest, bloody hard game. Great Escape, what he mentioned, Head Over Heels. Highway Counter, there's some really horoscope skiing. I love horoscope skiing. Jack Nipper, also, there's some bloody good games here. Wheelie, awesome. Wild Exploding Fist, great. Where Time Stood Still, Trash Man. I mean, they've really, I've got them at school days. Technician Dead, they've really, Lords of Midnight even. This is, if you're going to go pick some games to go on a system like this is bloody awesome. 35 Crash Smashers, well, that was a, we all work. I don't need to, tell you to suck eggs. You know what Crash Smash was, and you can also you can actually load games via USB. You can put a USB stick in there basically and play your own games. There are some limitations. I think you can only have I can't remember if it's 100 or 200 games or so per folder. It won't load. And there are some issues as well because this is the I think the ROM or the BIOS has been slightly altered. Causes the odd issue, but bloody hell, that's some good games. Picked this up for 90 quid. I wouldn't normally do this, but you know what, I thought fuck it, let's go for it. So I'm going to open this up later, play a few games as well. It's a nice early Christmas present, you know. Before I open the box up now and we get presented with this beautiful box, look at that. That is, ooh, look at that. If you like your boxes, that's pretty sexy. If you got a thing for that. I don't know how you get into this thing, but... Oh, there we go. Look at that. Eh? Not a bad bit of packaging, that. Probably easy to do this. The camera's mounted to my head. So I've got a GoPro. Good weight to this as well. Very weighty, very nice weight to this. Oh, that's nice. So, feels good. Don't forget to load your games. J, Shift PP, of course. Very, very nice. It's got some USB ports there. TV port, power port. There is no, a lot of people are disappointed it hasn't got a original sort of 9-pin adapter for your joysticks in the other interfaces and that. But I mean, this is really an emulator. It's somewhat, it's what can you expect? You can get adapters apparently if you so wish, but there's a lot of replica sort of joysticks these days which feel pretty much like the ones we would have had back in the day anyway. So in here you've got, it looks like the Spectrum basic guide which used to come with the original machine, but it's just a little thing here with contents, a little bit about the machine, how to turn it on, all that gubbins. I won't go too much into that, that's not very exciting. Little Crash magazine here, some people apparently didn't get theirs. Is that Oliver Frey's one of his recreations there? He did a lot of the illustrations for Crash. There's a little mini magazine there. I mean, you can still get Crash magazine. People are doing these days. I bought one actually. I occasionally do it. It's got like reviews of some of the games. It's a nice little thing to have. Nice little collector's thing. I mean, it's easy. You can go on AliExpress and just buy an emulator. One of these like all the consoles for 30, 40 quid. And you can play all these Spectrum games and so forth. But it's nice to actually have something a bit more, a bit more with some thought and love and the care gone into it. So it really does feel really, really nicely put together. I'm very impressed by that. And a lovely box. It's got a lovely the brand in there. It's very and it's also very modern as well. It's very woke friendly and pride friendly as well, if you're that way inclined. Certainly a lot more colourful and a lot less brown than Commodore. Let's get into this. What's in there? So it does actually have HDMI cables. Stick it to your TV straight away. It's quite nice. Not very long, but I think most people these days have some sort of where's my finger there? Have some sort of device, and there's also USB-C connector as well. So it doesn't come with a power plug, but let's face it, we've all got those. Your phones don't come with one these days, but you know, you can buy them anywhere. So this is quite cool. I'm looking forward to powering this up. Now apparently it's got a good weight to it, because it actually has got some weights in there. That's some serial number, 36,126. I assume they sold a lot of these. It sold out everywhere really quick, quite quickly. But yeah, it's the people. There's a few people online who are unhappy when they've opened it up. It's like a really basic sort of board in there. There's just some metal weights in there to give it a bit more feel. But what are you expecting, for fuck's sake? You know, you don't expect a real whole computer. Technology's moved on. It's going to be quite basic and threadbare, isn't it? But it is what it is. And you know, most of us know what we're getting. You plug it in, it should play some games. I imagine it's been very, very carefully done, so the games run flawlessly for the most part. I mean, if you add your own games, there are some issues, but you know, any emulator on the PC or Linux or whatever you use, your phone, always has some issues. And anyone who knows my channel on YouTube knows the number of issues I have. So I'm looking forward to booting this up and giving it a go. And look at that. There we go, loaded it up, took a little bit of faffing around. Some of the wires I selected didn't work. I've got a USB controller on here. And there's your games menus there. Good selection of games, I don't know all of them. Stonkers is sort of a... It's sort of a meme, one of the early meme games, I suppose, for a lot of people on the Spectrum. You know, you know. I'll say some real belters on here and some slightly lesser known ones. Robin Hood, very good. Quasatron. Pirate Curse. Phoenix. I mean, to be fair, this is a really good introduction. I played loads of Yes Odds recently. Very, very good introduction to the Spectrum. Some real crackers on here. Manic Bloody Mine. I don't know how I'm going to play this. God, it's loud, isn't it? The music is as terrible as it's ever been.
Duncan, what do you think of Manic Miner?
I think it's good, but it makes too much noise and the colours are too bright.
Now try and play this somehow whilst holding the phone. This could be a miracle. Thwarted. I thought up was going to be up. Hang on. Well, this is a bit ambitious. Using a controller. This is fantastic stuff. I'm enjoying that. I'm thinking this is so. To be fair, I can just play these games on all emulators. So I'm sort of thinking I could set this up. I normally have my computer here, the monitor. I could potentially. It's really hard playing for a phone screen. I could potentially have this Spectrum set up near the computer and just plug it in when I want to play some of these games. But then again, if my computer's there, I might as well just play it on the computer. So I'm sort of thinking, when would I actually use this? I mean, it's a bloody lovely piece of kit, really. It looks lovely, and it's a collector's thing. I think. Let's not face it. Let's not beat around the bush. You buy anything not because you need it. I'm getting motion sickness here, but because. Yeah, oh fuck's sake. Because basically you want to relive a bit of your childhood and so forth. I can turn the music off. Absolutely awesome. And go back to menu, that button there. Yeah, you can sort of relive a little bit your childhood thing. I'm trying to think, maybe you give it, this is your main TV room. I suppose you have this set up ready to play. I mean, it'd be quite cool playing like a what 60-inch TV with you know, your huge surround sound system. I'm not sure the Dolby Atmos will be really the best use of it. But yeah, this is quite funky. I'm quite impressed. Not in 3D, I could understand that game. Jack Nipper, oh, what a game. Horace Goes Skiing. Oh my god, I love how everything just works out the thing. Let me see if this works with this, what controls I use. Am I off? Oh shit, I'm off. This kind of thing here, if you have an accident, you got to get to the ski shop. It's the other side of the road, of course, because why wouldn't you put a ski shop on the most dangerous road in history? But if you crash, you have to pay the ambulance fee. I think the ambulance, sometimes the ambulance run you over. I think this is, like I said before, it's like it's precursor to privatisation, isn't it? Really, they're trying to make money out of us. Run you over, get money out of you, bastards. No money, no ski. Let's try one more go. Come on. I remember many years ago, I tried to... Oh, for fuck's sake. It says hard holding the phone and doing this. I tried to introduce... Oh, my God. I tried to introduce my kids to Manic Miner and things when I had it on the PC. They quite enjoyed Manic Miner to an extent. They couldn't get past the first cavern because it is ridiculously hard. Deliberately so. So I suppose this is a way of introducing your kids. I think what they're missing on here is Batty. If they could have got Batty, the two-player bat and ball game. There's a bit of a delay here with this controller. I've had a bit of issue with the controller actually. It's not. There we go. I'll use these keys. Yeah, if that'd be an ideal game to have. When I try to introduce people to the Spectrum, Batty is one of the games you do introduce them to because it's one of like Arcanine type games, but it's got two-player mode. You can play with each other. Really good game. Bloody hard, level 3 onwards, but really good game. So yes, it's nice. It's a great. The graphics, nice representation. I'm playing a little mini TV, a small TV here, so it's kind of it looks really nice. I'm not sure what it looks like on a huge TV. It'd be nice to maybe. I'm not a massive fan of filters and so forth, but maybe having some sort of that not RGB, but you know, the old fashioned aerial look, which we, you know, the CRT look we used to have. You know, a lot of our TVs back in the days were terrible. I mean, I had a black and white TV. I got handed down. You had to dial the channel in, sort of thing. I played specky games in there. We had to colour. It was great for the X81. Do look crisp, but it'd be nice maybe to if they could have some. Maybe there is a mode I've not really looked into. Maybe there's a mode you can make it look more old-fashioned, or maybe just get an old. If anyone's got an old CRT monitor or TV screen, so you can hook it up to that as well. So yeah, it's a classic game. See, I like this. I'm literally just 2 keys, left, right. What more do you bloody need? Nice and simple game. Takes me back. This is my favourite Horace game. There was Horace and the Spiders. Never did get into that because I didn't have it at the time. And Hungry Horace, which is the most unforgiving sort of pseudo Pac-Man nonsense. There we go. Look at that. Just need to ski Sunday music now. We saw it. So I'm pretty impressed by this. I can't imagine this is going to get a massive amount of use. But it's something nice to have. The machine itself looks wonderful. So, ouch. Even if you've... How do I get back? Oh, I've got the keyboards. There's a home button there. Yeah, so even if you had to have it out on display, it looks nice. I'll just try and make one more game. I'm not sure how the Hobbit works. Someone did... Oh, you can go back to the game. That's quite cool. What other options are there? Menu. Oh, no. No. I don't know what all the keys do on here. You got save games. That's quite cool. Nice way it's done. Help menu. You can set up some actions as well. Your favourite games. I don't know how you get to the menu on here with my current selection. I don't want to play. Oh, Jack the Nipper. So this needs more than just the fire button, so I'd be interested to know how that's set up, actually. Come on, then! When you're ready. Alright, Jack. Be interested to see if it's set up for keys or joystick already, or what you got to do. No, you'd have to set up the... you'd have to set the keys up for this one. That's quite cool, though. Good game, good game. Good game, good game. The space options, where's the space key? Display options, here we go. Oh, here we go, you can have the effects. Look at that, I knew it all along. How do I select? Extended colours, all sorts going on. So... what else we got? Advanced options. Classic mode, system information. Apparently there's a new BIOS already. Some people have said not had much luck with the new one, I don't know. System options. Is that it? Wow. Music. It's incredible stuff. Maybe they'll add more things later. You can load it into the old classics. Here you notice already it says retro games, not Sinclair on there, or Amstrad as it later was. I quite like this carousel mode though. So if we pick another game, I can maybe play with my one-handed. Not going to say any more than that. A lot of these games do deserve a lot of attention, I'll be honest. There's some really cracking games. Some of these I assume are a bit more modern games. Never could get into that game. Here we go, a bit of Alf Wiesen and Monty. So I don't know if you have to select like a Kempston or something to be at work, or it automatically knows. So it's got a slight sort of blurry effect with some scan lines. I think I prefer that, to be honest. So anyway, this is the Spectrum. Nice bit of kit. Quite enjoy that. It get a little bit of use. Not the biggest use, but it's a nice little machine. Is it worth 90 quid? Depends how much disposable income you got. I mean, if... back here with the Spectrum, I had given it a little bit more of a go. My setup's changed a little bit. I've got my computer monitor back here, and I've also got the joystick, which the same people made. Nice clicky fire buttons, although not the best for some of the games, I'll be honest. I've been sticking to me the old faithful Buffalo gamepad. Very good, especially for some games with need more controls. I've updated the BIOS as well, and I've added some games. So it's quite easy to do. Put USB stick in there, download a few games from the internet, and away you go. So basically the games will be in folders. You just put up to about, I think it's like 200 odd max it per folder. I've only added about 50 or so games. I don't want to go too crazy. The more games you add, the less you enjoy them, I believe. So what I do like about this is that a lot of games work from the off with Kempston joystick, but not all do. But you can map controls to the individual games. So you can map what Spectrum model you use, but this is the thing, the controls. The Chuck here, great game, one of the greatest platforms of all time. It's keyboard, but I want to use a controller, so I've already mapped the arrow keys, the control keys to the D-pad and the fire button. But what there is, to play the game without using the keyboard, there's a couple more controls you'll need. So what you can do, you can actually edit, if I can see what I'm doing here. And press this. Oops. Oh no, skip this. So you can skip that. Done that controller. What I want to do is do these. So this thing here will be S for start, to start the game. And this one will be the #1 for one player. So like, you can do this for every game you want. This will come in, I'll show you why. Get out of here now. I can remember how to play the bloody game. So I think it's this button. Good old Chucky Egg. Come on. Oh, that music. You have to put up with this for your play all Spectrum games. So there you go. Just press S to start. So I can press a button on my keypad. Press another button, and boom. I can now play it without even using the keyboard as well, which is quite good if you want to be right next to you. You just want to, you want to play away from the actual computer as well. Maybe like lounge around in the bed or something like that. But each game does need to be programmed individually. Anyway, and you go back to the main menu. So it's really good. Had a lot of fun with this. I thought a little wrap-up video. I had a good time with Spectrum. It's very impressive. Works off the bat. Great presentation. The keyboard is a great replica of the Spectrum we know and love. It really does capture a lot of the essence of playing games back in the day. There's something to be said about playing something on a tactile little machine rather than just an emulator. I've had some good fun with some of the games. There's a few games, not maybe my cup of tea. Some of the new ones I've not really got an affinity for. That's not their fault, but they just need maybe a little bit more time to enjoy them. But you can add new games easily. I've done it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Just download a few games, stick them with a USB stick, put them in a few folders, and away you go. There's some caveats to getting the games running. You have to know a little bit about Spectrum, how the controls and so forth, the models. It's not just that simple. If you've never used a Spectrum before, you might struggle. I know a lot of people downloading USB sticks off eBay with thousands of games on. They won't work off the bat just like that. You can have some issues. But there are people out there, a good community will help you. I personally think it's best just to stick maybe like 100 games, 200 games, select games, and just enjoy them for what they are rather than just downloading endless games. You never appreciate them if you just do that, in my opinion anyway. But yeah, I've had good fun with the Spectrum. Very impressed. Don't worry if you haven't got it already. It has sold well. A lot of places it's sold out, but they've been selling the C64 Mini for ages now, for years, and they're still producing new ones. So don't worry about it. If you don't get it before Christmas, never mind. You know, just be good, and I'm sure you'll get Santa bring a new one in the new year. But yeah, good bit of kit. I thoroughly enjoy it. My only issue is it occupies the space my computer is, and I've got an emulator. I can play the games very easily. I can use the same controllers. So would I use the Spectrum much? I'll be honest, not a lot. If I had a different separate TV somewhere, I would maybe leave it there in the main room, play it occasionally, but it wouldn't get as much use as the games as on my PC. But I do like the bit of kit. I'm pleased I've got it. Really good. I think Retro Games done a really good job, and here's hoping there's more consoles like this in the future. But yeah, definitely worth, if you're a Spectrum fan, checking it out. And if you're curious about Spectrum, you wonder, if this is for you, yeah, you can do a lot worse. So adios.